I got summoned back into the family room, and I was made to stand up in front of them, which is a very Korean style of parenting, by the way. You stand up. And they're like, we found out why you got the toy. And I said, oh yeah? Why are you giving away half your lunch that mom makes every morning, this perfect lunch, right? Food is love in Korea, like a lot of cultures. Why are you giving half your lunch away? To your friend. And I said, oh, he never has any, so I just give him half my lunch. He's awesome. And I thought I was gonna get just smoked. And my dad said to me, he's like, oh, you think I'm mad. I'm not mad. Like, I'm very proud of you. And this is a man-man thing now. Men, I think we need to do better being able to express emotions. It was one of the few times my father I saw it. And he's like, despite how scarce things are, you live a life of abundance, James. I'll never forget that moment. So intuitively, it was a 5-year-old's wisdom. The kid didn't have lunch. He's my friend. Share your lunch. And then as I got older, you can think of 50 different reasons why not to share your lunch, right? Why? He forgot it. It's his fault. Anyway, his mom had died that summer. So it wasn't the whole family. It was his dad and his 2 older brothers came in. His dad didn't even tell me why he gave me, he just patted I can still see it. He did this, and he gave me the toy. And in that moment then, in 2013 at 42, that's what I remembered of all the things, kindness, math, and this red helicopter. That was it. And it was chaos. Like, I knew what was coming. People were going to come kill us, because I know all of them. And that's all I could think about. So, like, step 1, simple story, intuition, people. That is kindness. It is. And it really is what the kid's father did is real kindness. And what I say in my TED Talk is that he created goodwill. He made it very tangible for a 5-year-old boy to understand, right? He taught a lesson that was not my dad, not my friend. He took the time to come into the classroom and do it. We're not doing that as much anymore. It's very important. That's step 1. So as you go through your transformation journey, as you think about things, what is that very intuitive, simple story? It's truth. This whole book is about finding truth. And maybe the first 2 steps, kindness, math. For me, this is what kindness and math looks like. Kindness is not a random bumper sticker. You know those YouTube videos you watch when you're sort of down? Oh, that's so random. No, kindness is intentional. In game theory, it's an intentional strategy. You're giving, you're investing in people. And not everyone reciprocates. But over time, kindness creates long-term positive externality, long-term value. Kindness is direct. Kindness is truth. It is not weak. It's relentless. Kindness, I want to repeat this, is very direct. Because if it's done in the right way, if the intention is good, the greatest gift you can give someone is truth. You know the Billy Joel song, Honesty? Just tell me the truth. If you care enough for somebody to tell them the truth, that's kindness. It's very easy to not tell someone the truth. So I'm going to get, kindness is not niceness, yes? Like, it's just, I just want to add one more thing because we're in a business setting. Kindness is not related or limited to faith. We've done a pretty good job of putting it into one box. We've also really feminized kindness, right? Women are very kind. Men are not supposed to be kind. But until you read 17th, 18th, 19th century literature and realize that free markets and liberty, Rousseau and Adam Smith, wrote about kindness when they were developing concepts like liberty and free markets, which didn't exist in the late 18th century. It was secular, because kindness ultimately is about agency. It's about giving people the ability to make their own decisions. okay? Math. Math is math. And I think we really have not done a great job defining math for people. Math is, again, it's a science. It's a language that conveys how two things are related. That's all it is. It's a language. And so these two things, kindness and math, I've been, I don't know, in how many countries, how many industries, these two things are intuitively always correct. What people started to see was that we had created a world that they wanted to be in. And wouldn't you know it, but over time, the tech enabled our company to have 40% of a huge e-commerce business be from white women. And so we were the only company, I think, in the country, on purpose. I designed a system where we were using capital flows in reverse order. Does that make sense? A lot of brands sort of strip money out of the black community. We were putting money in. It was in the business plan. So if you think about some of the efforts go forward about DEI, CSR, ESG, those are good. But putting the math into the actual business plan makes it self-reinforcing and you just do it. And so a lot of these issues have to be put into the math. And things kept spreading. You know, so JP Morgan called to Shunda Duckett and Jamie Dimon and said, does Ashley Stewart want to help us advise on our new multi-billion-dollar mortgage strategy? Sure, Ashley Stewart will do that. With the two secretaries of state, we'll do that. This business that everyone made fun of for many years, all of a sudden had a seat at some of the largest conferences and boardrooms in the country, just through kindness and math. Lastly, that fourth journey. So after you tell a story, you put a framework in place that celebrates connectedness. How do you make the intangible real? And ultimately, it's about explaining to people, not just through words, but also through math, behavior, actions, agency. And explaining that really the red helicopter story, it's also me saying, what's the red helicopter of you? We're all helicopters, right? Helicopters cost more to maintain. They do crash more than airplanes, they do. But they can fly in 6 different directions. They can land anywhere. They can hover. Airplanes can't do that. So maybe there's a life lesson, a business lesson, that maybe a little bit of messiness. There's certain skill sets that maybe we're undervaluing, like agility and freedom.
You appear to be the boss that everybody wishes they had.
I think I'm a good friend. I think I'm a good friend. I mean, I think a good boss is not a friend, but it's sort of that. I have high expectations of people, but not mine. So I think that's what kindness is. It's you know that when you were growing up, you had that one teacher or coach. You didn't want to disappoint them. Remember that there's always that one or two, and you would do this. Oh, I screwed up again, and I'm sorry I disappointed you, and they would say what?
It's okay.
It's okay. Don't disappoint yourself. That's what, that is kindness. But it's a very high expectation. It's like I see people, I listen to them very carefully. I'm like, if this is what you want, I can help nudge you there, but if you don't want it,
true,
I ain't doing it. I ain't carrying you. I'll teach you how to fly your helicopter. So I do have high, like as a boss or as a leader, like even when I coach my daughter's soccer team, yeah, I have high expectations, but it's not mine. It's like, it's their best self. I think that is what I'm good at. I get people to show up in their best way. And more often than not, that's pretty cool when people do that. They're pretty happy. I wanted to write a book where work, business knowledge, money knowledge enhanced your life, not the other way around. Like, work to have a wonderful life for your children and for yourself. Like, that's great. But not work into oblivion and then wake up at 85 and be lonely and miserable. Like, My parents just didn't live like that, and they wanted me to be, they thought I was living a better life. They were really proud of me. I'm like, your life was pretty great, Dad and Mom. And so the other thing the last thing is joy. And so I think that if you can work in a way that enhances your life, you live a joyful life. And so these are together they all make a helicopter. And so, one of the things that I stress to people is that some people want to put money as the top prop. The helicopter has the top. I think this is joy. I think money is here. And so in a helicopter, because of the torque that gets created by this motion, the piston, the helicopters need the rear prop to balance it. It's Newton's third law. Like, you have to have both props. So I'm like, symbolically, like what I'm leaving. And some of you may say, I want to live. Go for it. It's one man's opinion. That try to live a great life centered on joy and creating joy. And of course, you have to work. Like, you need to eat. How do you do that in a way that's enhancing this? I think some people put the money up here, and then they say joy's here. And I think maybe as a country, maybe we've kind of done that all together over the last 20, 30 years, maybe. When you look at the suicide stats and the loneliness stats and the opioid stats, and it seems that way, right? And so, I'm gonna read one quick passage about my dad. When he died, my dad was, again, a small business owner. He hung a shingle out. And, when he died, my dad was a businessman. I never thought of him that way, but he was, So I can't even tell you. It's like It's a Wonderful Life, like the letters that came in from 3 generations of patients. This is one of the letters. This is, I'm 42 years old and 3,000 miles away, and I can still smell Dr. Rhee and feel his soft face while hugging me. As a little girl, I distinctly remember feeling like he was the gentlest, calmest man on the planet. He always made me feel at ease. He brought calm and grace into the room, and I've never met his equal. I'm truly sorry to learn he is gone. He was very loved. We had thousands and thousands of letters like this. So my dad's small business put 3 kids through college. He took care of, and we were in a town in Long Island that is right now one of the poster childs for everyone hating each other. Like, my dad transcended that. And I think my dad was a very kind man, and he was a very mathematically savvy man, and he always thought that my life was fancier and better, and I just don't agree. I finally feel like with the things that we did at Ashley Stewart, I was like, I think we did a good job.